Vitaly Laletin recently did Devon Larratt's pronation lift and he said this: "I believe this is exactly the right way to do this exercise." So how does Vitaly's arm power and his pronation in this particular lift compare to some of the other arm wrestlers who we have seen doing this lift? We know that Devon has lifted 75 kilos in this lift that he himself made popular, but it was more to maintain pronation. It was almost a static lift for less than a second. There was no active pronation. Vitaly, on the other hand, actively pronated it, and you can see that it's slightly different. While Devon is trying to maintain his wrist, Vitaly is training to take someone else's wrist. So that's the base level difference that I can spot why they would do it that way. So it looks like Vitaly is doing some minor changes to his training. Few days ago, he showed us his regular lightweight, riser, pronation and cupping training. In short, he's training smart and hard to make Devon's day as difficult as possible in August. He'll do everything he can to deny Devon the third opportunity to have a title match. He would like to have that opportunity himself. Unfortunately, we cannot really compare Vitaly's lift to Devon's lift because it's a slightly different exercise, and also there's a big difference in the weights that they are lifting too. So difficult to compare. But luckily, we can compare Vitaly's 62 kilo for 5 reps with not one but 2 other arm wrestlers. Hermes Gasparini's 64 kilo lift and Zaur Pezulayev's 61 kilo lift. Hermes has done 67 too, but we are going to take a look at his 64 kg lift because it was slightly more strict. Even though he's still leaning way back, it doesn't look as strict as Vitaly, but maybe he's moving the weights easier, especially considering that it is already 2 kilos heavier than that. So both are doing multiple reps. I would say Vitaly's form looks a little bit more strict and he's curling the weight too when it is going up. So the range of motion is also more than Hermes and he's pronating too. So maybe Vitaly's lift is at par with Hermes, but I would say it's more impressive since it is coming from a longer forearm. Zaur did 61 kilo for 10 reps and it was as strict as Vitaly Laletin. So is this lift even more impressive? I'm not sure how much difficult it is to pronate the weight after you have already lifted it. I have rarely seen anyone's pronation failing in that lift, even if they do it with a slightly bent back wrist like Devon does. It's always the arm that fails. So I'm giving Vitaly the points for that, but I'm not really sure how difficult it really is to pronate the weight which you have already lifted above the ground. But in some of the reps, Vitaly was almost trying to turn himself palm up to engage that extra pronation. So maybe he was trying to make it extra hard, or maybe it was just his pronation that was failing. So on surface level, it's really difficult to compare. I would say all 3 of these lifts do look the same. If Devon was also asked to do the similar lift with 60 to 65 kilos, I doubt that he would be doing more than 5 reps. It will be difficult for him, and yet he has the strongest pronation out of all of these arm wrestlers. But maybe not Vitaly. We will see that in August. Thanks for watching. Like the video and I'll see you again.